Imagine standing at the edge of an infinite horizon, not looking at it, feeling it. The ocean moves forward, then back again. No destination, no ambition, no final arrival, only movement. And every breath does the same thing. It arrives, it leaves, arrives and leaves again. And somewhere between those tides, a life unfolds. Look at how strange that is. Everything humanity has ever built, every kingdom, every empire, every promise, every heartbreak, every dream, suspended between two breaths. And every breath pulls you toward the horizon, and every breath pulls you back. That is what we call life. The present moment feels stable, but look closer. The wave never stays. The cloud never stays. The body never stays. Everything moves, yet human beings spend their lives trying to hold still what was never meant to remain. Like trapping the ocean in a jar. Like trying to keep sunlight from crossing the sky. The horizon remains, waiting. Not demanding, not chasing, just there. And perhaps that is what unsettles us. The horizon refuses to end. It offers no walls, no edges, no certainty, only possibility. So the mind builds smaller worlds, titles, identities, plans, achievements. Comfort is the harbour that keeps consciousness from discovering the open sea. Human beings keep building smaller rooms inside an infinite horizon. Not because the universe is frightening, but because infinity asks something of us. Surrender. And surrender feels like loss to the ego. Where desire settles, conflict follows. The mind reaches, the identity grasps, the ego tries to hold on. But the soul has no hands. It arrives with nothing, and it leaves with nothing. It is the ego that tries to carry the world. The ego that fears stillness. The ego that keeps swimming back toward the shore each time the tide begins pulling outward. And maybe that is why silence feels dangerous, because silence removes distraction. And once distraction disappears, the horizon returns. That endless feeling something larger is waiting beyond thought, beyond identity, beyond the person you have spent your life becoming. And once you notice it, you can never entirely forget it, because silence lets the tide come closer. Look at a forest, not as trees, as a conversation. Roots moving beneath the soil, life speaking to life. Not through language, not through belief, through relationship. Entire networks hidden underground, resources moving through darkness. Warnings passed from one tree to another. No ownership, no applause, no identity, only participation. The forest does not ask, what do I gain? It simply belongs. Look at a river. It never struggles to become water. Look at a tree. It never questions whether it deserves sunlight. Nature does not spend its life trying to become itself. It already is. And perhaps that is why it feels so different. Reality keeps writing the same pattern through different forms. Look closer. Elephants can sense distant vibrations, moving through the earth before storms arrive. Whales sing through oceans so vast, the sound can travel farther than entire countries. Birds navigate invisible magnetic fields wrapped around the planet. Bees see patterns painted across flowers that human eyes will never witness. Dolphins build images of the world using sound itself. And octopuses, perhaps one of the strangest minds on Earth, a creature whose intelligence stretches throughout its body, as though awareness never agreed to stay in one place. Every creature lives inside a different translation of reality, a different window, a different world. And suddenly a question appears. What if human perception is not reality? What if it is one version of it? One small opening in something much larger. The forest never forgot this. The ocean never forgot this. Only humanity began mistaking its translation for reality itself. And then there is something stranger still. Inside every leaf, light becomes life. In photosynthesis, energy appears to explore multiple pathways before settling into one. Like nature remembers possibilities before choosing a direction. The earth breathes, the oceans move, the forests communicate. Patterns repeat from roots to rivers to lightning to the branching pathways inside your own body, as though reality prefers relationship over isolation. And perhaps that is the hidden lesson beneath all living things. Not competition, not domination, connection, participation, belonging. Perhaps the earth never stopped speaking. Humanity only forgot how to hear. But step back from reality, back from your perception. Look upward, far upward, past the clouds, past the atmosphere, past the moon, into darkness. Human beings mapped islands of light while drifting through an ocean they still cannot see the bottom of. Look at the stars. Most are already history. Their light is still traveling. Every time you look into the night sky, you are looking backward through time. Ancient light arriving late. Messages crossing distances so vast the human mind struggles to picture them. And suddenly the universe feels different. Not empty, ancient. Like a cathedral so large, only a few pillars remain visible in the darkness. Galaxies drift through space, as though unseen currents move beneath them, as though invisible rivers flow beneath visible reality. The universe behaves like a story with missing chapters, not because it lacks meaning, but because humanity arrived in the middle of the book. And perhaps that is what makes our existence so beautiful. Not that everything is known, but that so much remains mysterious. Look at how small civilization becomes from here. Every performance, a campfire flickering briefly inside infinite night. And yet something extraordinary happened. Stars collapsed, elements formed, planets cooled, and life emerged. And eventually, something decided to look upward. Something became aware enough to ask a question. What is all this? Not a scientist, not a philosopher. Awareness itself. Looking into the darkness and wondering what it was seeing. Perhaps that question is more miraculous than any answer, because the universe produced stars, then galaxies, then oceans, then forests, then minds capable of wondering about them. Every atom inside your body was forged inside dying stars, long before Earth had a name, long before humanity appeared, long before your first breath. You are ancient matter, becoming conscious long enough to ask what it is. And perhaps the universe has been asking itself that question through us ever since. Not separate from the cosmos, not observers standing outside of it, but participants. The ocean trying to understand water. The song trying to hear its own music. The universe briefly turning inward to witness itself. And once you truly feel how vast existence is, the need to become someone begins dissolving on its own. Now come back, not to civilization, not to your job, not to your name, not to the story you've spent your life carrying. Come back further than that, before the labels, before the achievements, before the expectations. Before the world taught you who you were supposed to be, there was a time when existence itself was enough. Not because life was simpler, because it had not yet been divided. There was only wind, water, light, and breath. The world had not yet become objects. It was a single unfolding event. The sky never struggles to hold the clouds. The ocean never struggles to become water. The forests never question whether it belongs. Only humans do. And perhaps that is the deepest wound civilization ever created. Not war, not money, not power. The belief that existence was not enough. The belief that something was missing. That peace lived somewhere else. That fulfillment existed beyond the next achievement, beyond the next relationship, beyond the next version of yourself. So people spend their lives chasing horizons, not realizing they are standing inside one. Because perhaps peace was never something to build. Perhaps peace was what remained before the world taught people to abandon themselves. And perhaps that strange exhaustion people carry is not failure. Perhaps it is the weight of becoming. The weight of carrying identities that were never meant to be permanent. The weight of holding together masks that never meant to last forever. And slowly, very slowly, the veil begins to lift. Not through effort, not through belief, not through becoming something greater, through remembering. The veil lifts the way morning fog leaves a lake, quietly, until one day you stop asking, who am I supposed to become? And start asking, what was here before all of that? And perhaps that is where reality truly begins. Not beyond the world, not beyond the stars, not beyond yourself, but here. Beneath the noise, beneath the performance, beneath the endless need to become someone. And beyond the mask, beyond the story, beyond the person you thought you had to be, you may discover there was never anything missing in the first place. Because if reality is deeper than identity, and nature is deeper than civilization, and the cosmos is deeper than perception, then one more question emerges. If all of this is only one layer of reality, what waits beyond the horizon of human awareness? And if consciousness can move through those layers, how many worlds exist beyond the one we currently see? That is where the journey truly begins.